Okay, this is Upper Salem Church Road, and that's my house that you just saw up there. When my father, William Lloyd Padgett, passed away, I got the acreage on that side of Upper Salem Church Road, and my sister got this, and she sold hers immediately. But when my great-grandpa, William Marion Padgett, passed away, Uncle Jasper moved the children, my grandpa, Uncle Enoch, and Aunt Rhoda and Aunt Phebe down here, and he first pulled a little lean-to type shed down here, and then later on somebody built a house, and I'm not sure exactly, but when I was a child the floor joists were still there, just the floor joists, and I would walk them like a balance beam, and across those floor joists, and still down there in the woods you can find, there was running wild roses. They were just really small pink roses, but I thought they were so pretty because they ran everywhere. You couldn't walk without stepping on roses. And over the hill there was an old home place that was Aunt Mary Ruddell's. Now, Mary Ruddell was Jasper Padgett's daughter and Grandpa's first cousin, but you got to remember, my grandpa was raised by Jasper Padgett almost like a child of his. So he and Aunt Mary were really close.
And Jasper Padgett married which one of Mary?
Millie Padgett, and she was
Millicent.
Millicent, and she was the daughter of Asa, and the sister of William Marion.
Okay, so that's the Uncle Jasper you keep
That's
referring
Uncle
to.
Jasper.
And after your grandfather William Marion Padgett passed away, and he had
William, which is Billy, and Rhoda and Phebe and Enoch.
And he moved them down to the bottom of the property
here
to help take care of them.
But Aunt Mary Ruddell lived right off back down in there, and there was March flowers. They just grew wild down there. And when I was a child, one time, grandmother wanted to come down and take up enough March flowers to put along the edge of her yard. So we came down and took up the March flowers and took them up there. Now, let me just add a little story right here too. In the old days, I found a record where William Marion Padgett, Reverend William Marion Padgett, sold 80 acres. He didn't sell, he leased 80 acres for mineral rights. There was a lot of mineral mining going on in Pickens County, and we'll have to look the date up. But when I was a child, you know, Grandma and Grandpa used the fireplace for heat. And every spring she would clean that out and whitewash it. And what she whitewashed it with is, she would dig into the side of that bank right there. You can't tell now, but there's white streaks running in that bank. My husband says it's probably kaolin, but she would dig out a couple of big pans of that white kaolin out of that bank and take it up there and mix water into it and whitewash the fireplace to get all that soot and make it nice and clean and pretty.
That's so cool.
So when she was digging, sometimes I would be out here walking around on the floor joists of this old house and picking wild roses and
making
playing.
sure you didn't step on the roses. They were little pink roses.
They were little small pink wild roses, and they were the running kind. They just ran it.
That's the Georgia State flower, Cherokee rose. I think
It's not the Cherokee though.
It's not the Cherokee. It's
it was
different,
a full.
a
I know what
full
the Cherokee
rose.
looks like, and it was a very full rose. The Cherokeen's got less petals.
And before the camera was on, you were saying you were always running around here barefoot.
Oh,
Yes.
I always. I mean, I don't even remember having shoes except for church. You know, in those days.
That is so cool.
So no kids wore shoes. I mean, as soon as it got this warm, we would start begging, can we take our shoes off? Can we take our shoes off? And Mother would always say, you can't take them off till the 1st of April. And she made me wear an undershirt too, and I couldn't take that off till the 1st of April. People don't do things like that anymore, but
Back when children were free to roam and play and be children.
okay, let's go down to the creek.
Yeah.